right. Our body!
Our choice!
Our body!
Our choice!
Our body!
Our choice!
Woo! Our body! Our choice!
Get the dinosaurs out! Vote blue! Vote blue!
Our body!
Our choice!
Our body!
Our choice!
Our body!
Our choice!
Okay.
Support vasectomy!
Prevent abortion!
Mandated! Our choice!
Our body!
Our choice! Mandated! Mandated! Before you control
You're coming for our uterus, you're voting for me. Okay. I'm going to sound this off, but there's just a couple people I want to speak because they were around, not to, date anybody, but they know the significance of Roe versus Wade. And I want them to speak and just to re-educate folks to see exactly where we're about to go. And saying history has a bad habit of repeating itself, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So I'm going to hand this off to Ms. Rose.
Thank you, Andy. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so happy to see everybody here representing us. We have these rights for, 50 years? And before that, it was awful. Women died, and I personally, my sister knew people that had had back alley abortions. And that's what will happen now, since they made abortion illegal. All we want to do is keep it legal. I'm not saying everybody has to have an abortion, but those that want it, it should be legal. And that's why.
No more coat hangers!
No more coat hangers.
That's right. Amen. Amen.
Allow camera to access.
And also I want to say that a lot of people have kind of misconstrued because a lot of people are so caught up on red and blue that they don't even understand that sometimes an abortion is a medical necessity. I had an ectopic pregnancy. So you mean to tell me that we're going to have to sit here and die? So it's really ignorance in its control. We can't allow this. Yeah. Yes, 1 in 50 pregnancies is an ectopic pregnancy. So there are medical reasons, and that's just not the only reason. So I can't understand why any woman would be okay with this. So you have to come up out of your red and blue bull crap and understand that honestly, angry women change the world. And what a lot of you women are finally experiencing is oppression. And it's something that our culture has dealt with before we came out of it. So welcome to oppression. Get mad, get angry, and vote. And vote. You don't have to strictly agree with everybody, but come on, this is wrong. This is straight up wrong. And I want Adam to come up here, because this is a man, he knows, and he understands what it is. We need more men to step up, because let's just keep it real. Men are honestly making choices. And instead of them fighting back for us, they have to switch parties because of power. So here goes Adam.
You can be pro-life and pro-choice.
That's right.
That's right. You can be both. You can be both.
That's right.
It's good to see a number of men here as well supporting the women in our lives because these decisions don't just impact them. These decisions impact us as well. They impact the careless people who get their girlfriends pregnant. And now they are also responsible for that child. They are the fathers who have to deal with their daughters who might have gotten pregnant before they were ready. And I don't know if you watched the news recently. There's a 10-year-old girl in Ohio who got pregnant from incest.
Why?
She didn't know she was pregnant. She realized it
that's okay.
when it was too late because Ohio had a trigger law that instantly made it illegal to have an abortion for any reason. A 10-year-old girl was pregnant, and Ohio decided, she didn't decide, her family didn't decide. Ohio decided that a 10-year-old girl needs to have a child.
A baby, having a baby.
How is this pro-life?
Does he kill her?
Rapists now get to choose the mother of their children.
Yes.
This is not pro-life, this is pro-savagery.
This is all about control. If this was about pro-life, where are the support programs that help pregnant women who do want to carry their children to term and get proper prenatal care? What about what angers me is the pretty couples who've been showing up in their Sunday best saying, hey, we'll adopt your child. There are 400,000 children in foster care in this country. Where have they been?
For them to adopt. They want to
There are plenty of children to adopt.
They want you to pay all your money for
U.S.
them to
now
adopt.
has a higher death rate and mortality rate for pregnant women than any other country in the world. The United States.
And I'm just going to say the big slap in the face is, you know, our children in certain areas can't go to school and learn because they're not getting protected. So I really want to worry about protecting our children, and these people go to these schools and literally gunning them down. So it has nothing to do with protecting children. It just has everything to do with controlling women. And honestly, it's trying to control population. And it's just wrong. No one has the right to tell anybody to do their body, whether it's abortion, whether it's reassignment surgery, whether it's whatever. Coming next week, you're not going to live in there and see the house. Coming for that. You have to understand that it's not just about women, it's for all of us. Okay? And that old slogan, make America great again, is bullcrap. Okay? We fought too hard, we taken too many fires to go back that way. It's not right. And the government needs to mind their business. It's as simple as that.
Women's rights are equal to all rights.
Over 400,000 kids go missing a year. We never find out where they are unless they're already dead. Worry about them kids.
So what the court has done last Friday is they've decided that there's no nationwide protection. That it's up to each of the states. And I just shared with you the example of what's happening in Ohio with our neighbors. And that can happen here in Pennsylvania. Our state house is controlled by the Republican Party. They want to do this same thing. We have to get more reasonable thinking people into our state house and into our state senate.
Get the vote them in. Vote.
We can do that with Sidney Hovis here, who's running for state senate against Pat Stefano to protect your rights and all of our rights. But it can't stop with Sidney, because if we let Doug Mastriano in the governor's mansion, what he's going to do, he's told us, if we let him do it, then shame on us. He's not hiding. He's not hiding it. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about your rights. We need Josh Shapiro in the governor's mansion. And we will do everything we can to get him there. And finally, we need John Fetterman in the U.S. Senate to modify Roe v. Wade at a national level to protect us from rogue legislatures who are pushing this far-right agenda and trying to control you. Today it's you. Who will it be tomorrow?
Everybody be alike.
Will it be our LGBTQ neighbors? Will it be us because they don't like the way we color our hair or wear our clothes?
When we go to sleep, martial law is next.
There is a
sideline saying my vote doesn't matter. Gosh darn it, it matters now. You can't sit on the sideline. There are no excuses. We know what is at stake. They've told us what they're going to do. Unfortunately, for 50 years what they're going to do. And we thought they'd never do it. They'd never be that stupid. Because they'd end up pissing off all of us. Gosh darn it, they did it. So what are we going to do about it? Who are we going to bring with us to the polls? Who are we going to register to vote? Who are we going to get mail-in ballots because they can't get off work to vote?
We outnumber them.
Oh, is it?
There's more of us than them.
At the end of the day, this isn't about blue and red. This isn't about Republican and Democrat. This isn't just about common sense. I mean, in what reality does it make sense that a 10-year-old girl who got pregnant as a result of incest should be forced to have a child? Where does that make sense?
No!
Do what you can. We've got plenty of time. It's a long, steady road. It is not a sprint. Find your friends who say, I don't vote because it doesn't matter. It matters now. It matters to everybody.
Is everybody registered here?
It matters to us gentlemen as well.
Our vote is our voice.
If you don't vote, they're not going to listen to you. If you feel you're not represented, you need to vote, because to these politicians, votes are dollars. Votes are their jobs. If they know votes are coming from Uniontown, from Fayette County, gosh darn it, they're going to come down here. They're going to listen. If we mobilize large groups of people who are going to vote because they want those votes, because they want that job. If you want to change, and if you want a voice, you have to vote.
Not voting is saying you're okay with what's going on. You're okay with them doing whatever with your number. We're a number to them. That's it. So if you don't vote, they're going to do what they want with your vote. And you can't say or do anything.
The other thing I want to say about Doug Mastriani, he is right now so far to distance himself from the positions that he had when he was running the primary. Let's face it, he never thought he was going to be the Republican choice. So you call his office, you look at the statements that he's putting out right now, he's changing the narrative. He's distancing himself from himself. So what I want you to do, in addition to making sure that everybody votes here, make sure you don't get 5 other people to vote. And then you have those 5 other people vote. But if you talk to somebody that is supporting Doug, ask them where he is on his positions that he said at the Republican debate on April 27th, when he said no exceptions. No exceptions for ectopic pregnancies. No exceptions for rape. No exceptions for incest. And you know what else he's going to do? He's going to criminalize the doctors and the nurses. But all of a sudden, he doesn't want to talk about that. He wants to talk about economy. He wants to talk about gas prices. You call up his office, you know what I have. He doesn't want to talk about what he's been saying up until April. So when you talk to people, you ask them why he's distancing himself. You hold Doug Mastriani to his words that he said on April 27th. Okay, I'm not here you guys are trying to change your vote or anything like that. I'm just trying to get you. But I used to work for Healthy Start for about a year. Healthy Start was a program where we would help pregnant women and families that would make them have a better, help them have a better quality of life and get them the necessary things that they want. But what I'm trying to tell you is I had a 10-year-old that was pregnant, and it was by her uncle. And she had that baby. Not only did she have that baby, but I fought to keep that child out of the house, but they sent her back to that house. Not only 2 years later did she get pregnant again by a different family member. They made her have that baby. So what I'm saying to you is, it's your choice. It's not about Christianity. It's not about anything else. It's not about who you're voting for. It's your choice. It's not my business what you do with your body. And I say freedom is freedom. It's not necessarily freedom when you're telling me that I can't go do something that I made a simple choice to do, but it was something that I couldn't take care of. abortion, that's my business. That's not your business. So that's what it's about. It's about all of us standing together as one. It's not about Republicans, liberals. It's not about Democrats or who you're voting for. It's about us having rights. We are the people. We are the people of the United States of America. We are.
They want to see babies in dumpsters again. They want to see babies just
And I just
thrown
want to
out.
piggyback off of that, we all probably read the same Bible, but we want to make this Christian debate or whatever the case may be. If we all read the same Bible, every parable that you
You
hear,
don't all read the same Bible.
well, if you do, let me say this. Hello, so, every parable that's in that Bible that they worship so much, before they worship the Most High God, everybody in all those parables have a choice. God gave everybody on this earth a choice. Whether you feel it's wrong or right, He still gave us a right to choose. Whatever religion we want, wherever walk we want to take, we have that right. So man can't take it away. It's not your place. Period.
Let me just say what she just said about the Bible. We don't read the same Bible. We don't follow the same God. But who cares? Because God's greatest commandment is to love each other. But if you can't do that, then you don't need to be reading the Bible at all. You gotta love thy neighbor, which means mind your business what your neighbor does. If it doesn't affect you.
Number 5, abortion is in the Bible. A recipe for abortion is in Numbers 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, and we have to support each other. So as far as if I don't agree with something, if I know that my neighbor is passionate about something, I'm going to support their cause. It's as simple as that. We're all one, and that's what unity means. And diversity. You have to be so, I don't know, have blinders on to think that we all have to think alike, talk alike, act alike, walk alike, shit. Let me tell you something. What I need is not going to make you shit. I'm telling you right now. Sorry I had to pass, but I'm going there. Fine. There you go.
I didn't ask for endometriosis.
Who
I
thought-
struggled just to have it.
Who thought that we would wake up one day and see this in the headlines? That our choice was taken away from us in an instant. And that's what it was. An instant. In an instant, we had this headline. But this didn't happen overnight. This didn't happen this week. This didn't happen the last month. This didn't happen for 50 years. And you know why? Because they told us they were coming for this. And it is our fault because we got complacent in places like Fayette County. And I hate to tell you that, but it's the truth. It's the truth. It is. We got tired of yelling, we got tired of arguing, and we walked away from the fight. And this is what happens. This is what happens. This is the truth. And as difficult as it is to stomach, and as much as our stomachs hurt from the reality of this, it is up to us to fix because it is on us for it happening just as much as it is on them.
Exactly.
And so I'm here right now because less than 2 weeks before the primary, news of this leaked to the media. And when I woke up that day, I called some friends from the Democratic women here in Fayette County, and I said, what the hell are we going to do? And the reality is we didn't have anybody running for our legislature. And so 8 days before the election, I announced that I would run, and if I could get those votes and make it onto the ballot, then I was going to put up one hell of a fight for this seat. And I'm here to tell you that I got more than enough votes to make it onto that ballot, and here's the result. Ladies, as angry as we all are, we cannot allow that to define this moment. Our anger cannot define this moment because this isn't just a march from Cleveland Street down here to these steps. This is a march from here until November. And this is a march from November until 2024. And this is a march from November 2024 to November 2026. And it happens every year. And what we are going to do from here is tell you. And I said, we are going to march for our rights. This isn't about women's rights. This is not just about women today. It's about so much more. It is about men who think that they know better than us, controlling the narrative of our lives. And we will not allow it to happen. We will. It's right over there are my 3 children. You cannot look at my children and tell me that I am not pro-life. You can't do it. But that is my right, and that was my choice. And every single woman here deserves her choice. And every man deserves their choice. It is about choice. It is about our rights as Americans and as our rights as Pennsylvanians. And if Doug Mastriano wins this race, then he is going to come for them right away. Right away. If we lose this race in November, we have lost Pennsylvania. We have lost our homes that our grandfathers mined the coal out of. We have lost the places that our grandmothers drove voters to the polls to ensure that this did not happen. Because they remembered. And let me tell you right now, I have my grandmother's veins inside of me, and it is burning. Because she fought this fight, and I will not allow it to go down. So that is why I'm here. Yes, she did. And so what I'm here to ask you for is not that you come out here and make your voices known today. I'm asking you to come out and make your voices known in November. I am asking you to step into this race because it is not at our doorstep. It's not. It is right in our faces.
In our uteruses.
No surrender in November.
This is a reality. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. That in our Herald Standard, it would tell us that Roe was overturned. And so this does not stop. And I know it's hot, and I know everybody wants some water, and I wish that I had brought some to sell because it would have fully funded my campaign today, but I'm sorry to tell you I didn't. But next time, but please, 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 help out. Whether it's on my campaign or whether it's on Josh Shapiro's campaign, please give me a call. You can go to my website, cindyhovis.com. Please come and find me, and please help us to flip this seat because I'm telling you we're going to. And the question is not if we can, it is that we are going to.
Jesse Blackburn, and I just want to come out and let you guys know that it is a 5-second process to register to vote. You go to votes.pa.gov, and it takes 5 seconds to fill in information, and then you can have a voice in November. You can come out. I want to tell you guys that we have about a 30% turnout rate for elections in this city. 30%. That means about 15% of the population is controlling everything in the city, and it goes all the way up. All the way up to the state. So we're going to have an effect. Everybody needs to come out. Everybody. Votes.pa.gov. You do it on your phone right now if you have not registered to vote. Hey!
All right, I've never done this before. I just want to say, they're saying we can't. We should be more happy. And we're preaching the lie today about you guys being registered to vote because I know you all are. I've got even other people that aren't registered. You got to talk to the older generation. You got to talk to the younger generation. This shit's important. All autonomy is a human right, not a woman's right. A human right. We all deserve the right to say what happens to our bodies.
My choice.
I support our Democratic candidates in this area, but I will expect you guys to fight like hell for us. It can't be politics as usual. It cannot be. You guys fight.
That's what I said. See your face every minute in November. Walk through your communities. Get to know your people. There's so many young people right now. Violence going on. You guys need these politicians what it needs to be. Get to know your people. I'm not vexed for you don't come knock on my door and no. You can't just call me on the phone and say, hey, right before the election and say, hey, vote for me.
No.
Don't call me. I don't know you. What have you done? Because that happens all the time, especially in the east side of Uniontown. You're
That's
scared
right.
to walk through your community? Why should they vote for you? Why?
That's right. Come see us.
Why should they vote heard you. Say that to the
Okay, yeah, one camera.
At those polls, then black people. You cannot sit here and complain about how bad it is here if you're not registered to vote. You have all year to register to vote.
That's right.
Register to vote.
You don't even have to come out the house anymore to vote.
Right, mail in. You can mail in.
Come to your own home, there's no excuse now.
We all know that the issue that brought us out here today is extremely important. And as Sydney pointed out, this is not the end for them. There is more to come. Not just taking your rights, but taking away your voice. Just Tuesday, the Supreme Court rejected a law in Louisiana where they tried to even the voting districts. In Louisiana, black Americans represent about a third of the population. They have 6 voting districts. This is 5, yes, plus 1, 6. 6 voting districts. In the state, 1/3 of 6. I was good at math. I know 1/3 of 6 is not one black majority voting district. And they are going to make it legal for states to gerrymander their districts so that the voices of the few outweigh the voices of the many. Gerrymander is a big term. What it means is put all the people we don't like into one bucket so that we can control all the other 5 buckets. That's what that means. That's at stake as well. Your voice is at stake. If you don't vote, your vote won't matter soon. That's why you have to vote now. That's why you have to get your neighbors to vote now. Your friends are saying, I don't vote because my vote doesn't matter. No, when it does matter. Because if you don't, then it won't.
That's right.
I have a neighbor. Both of them, husband and wife, said we don't vote. I asked them why. My vote doesn't count. I'm just one person. But what if everybody said that? Then we let them win. And there are things that are important to every single person here. You have an opinion. If you have an opinion, you need to vote. You need to get your neighbors to vote. Get your friends to vote. Get your family to vote. If they can't make it to the polls because their job won't let them, they can do a mail-in ballot. You can even go down to the election bureau the week before the election and fill out a ballot right there if you've got free time and the election office is open.
That's right.
There are no excuses now. We know what's at stake. We've already taken a hit. Let's not take any more. Let's get that back. But you gotta do something about it. So what I'm gonna ask people here is, what are you going to do this week to change the trajectory that we're on? What are you going to do this week? Because we're not voting for Sydney this week. We're not voting for John Shapiro. We're not voting for John Fetterman this week. What are you going to do this week to make an impact? Who are you going to talk to? Who are you going to call?
Friends, your family.
Who are you going to register to vote?
Everybody.
Who are you going to get engaged so that they participate and they bring their friends and those friends bring their friends? What are you going to do this week? And then think to yourself, why am I doing it? What is my why? Why is this important to me?
Volunteer meetings.
With your phone now, copy and register now. It's that simple.
One day we're not going to be here, y'all. We got to think about our future kids.
My name is Sydney. I work in social services here in Fayette County, and I wanted to talk about why I was so devastated and terrified.
Can't hear you.
Sorry. My name is Sydney, and I work in social service here in Fayette County, and I wanted to talk about why I was so devastated and terrified when I heard this news on Friday. I was not only so devastated for myself as someone with a female body who has already decided that I will get an abortion if I need to due to medical, financial, personal reasons. I was also devastated for myself as a member of the LGBTQ+ community that my right to exist and love even in my own home is being questioned with this. But I was especially devastated in the fact that I work in a county that is so impoverished that I have so many families that are not only sleeping in cars on the street, that I don't have services to provide to them to get them out. And we are not, I was so devastated because we do not have programs to protect these families and children from staying on the streets. It showed me how this is not a pro-life situation. This is not about life. This is not about protecting children. It was about protecting children. I would be able to offer housing. I would be able to offer food to these kids and these families so that they could avoid the trauma that they're experiencing through this. We have to remember what this is targeting to. Wealthy women, if they need to go to another state, they will. They will get abortions if they really need it. But low-income women will die as a result of this. We will see deaths. We will see at-home abortions of low-income women without access to proper maternal health care, child care, and food. I am so heartbroken to be here today fighting for this. I thought this was something that was already put in place, and as we said before, I got complacent as well. Even as a women's and gender studies minor in college, I thought this was something that was put in place and we would just learn the history of, but I can see how I have gotten complacent in my voting, and it has only mobilized me to go forward. I am terrified of starting my career in social service and seeing how this is going to impact an already over-flooded field. Yes. But I am so hopeful seeing so many people here today that are fighting for this, and hopefully our county will move forward from this and not be so bad. Amen.
So, it's our body.
Our choice!
Our body.
Our choice!
Our body.
Our choice!
Our body.
Our choice!
Go make a difference.
Now, does anybody else want to say something, or? Oh, but you go back now. Oh, but let her go first. Let's go.
It's not just about us. We're not going to be here forever. One day we're going to be gone. And do you care about your future generation of kids? Do you care about them? They're going to be here dealing with the mess that we've helped create. So let's do something now so that when we're dead and gone, our kids are in good hands. They'll know to stand up and fight for their rights in case they try this again. Because history always repeats itself. So we have to make sure we let them know this is what you got to look forward to, and this is what you can do to stop it. We don't have to choose violence. And yes, we have the power to overthrow our government, but it should never come to that. So don't let it get to that point where we have no choice but to fight physically.
And like someone said, I'm a mother by choice, but I'm for choice. I have no business telling no one, man, woman, or child, what to do with their actual body. That's one thing. It's not on our bodies.
Love is love. Anybody can love a child. Period.
My name is Paul. I'm from Brownsville. What I wanted to say is, this is nothing against anybody's religion here or anybody's religion anywhere else. But one of the main things that our government is founded on is separation of church and state. And right now, they're tearing that down. They're tearing it down by telling women what they can do with their body. They tore it down the other day by saying people can go in the middle of a field and pray after a football game. Let that be the church of Satan. Go on that football field and try praying on that field. It won't happen. If this far right continues where they're going, the next thing is no gay marriages. The next thing is no interrelational marriages. The next thing is black people got to go back to the bus. That's where we're headed if we all don't get together. That's women, interrelational relationships, gay people, and everybody else need to get together and say, separate the church from the state.
We cannot let them turn this into Gilead. This is not fiction. But you want to know the fun fact? This is District 12. We are Katniss Everdeen. And we burn with them.
when I was younger, my mom has always taught me that, she's always taught me that a woman should have a choice. I don't know if everyone else has, but that's what my mom has always told me growing up. So to me, it was almost like common sense. And now that I am 16, marching for this because my rights would be taken away at any time, is sickening. It's honestly disgusting. I'm 16 years old, I can't vote, which I can't vote, so please do it for me. Please, I beg. But I wouldn't think, when I was a little girl, when my mom was teaching me about this, I would have never thought I'd be 16 years old watching these things be taken away right in front of my eyes.
Right.
Okay, what's your opinion?
Kind of scary.
See, we can do it. Everybody's opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I'm 18 years old. I just graduated high school. I should be excited, looking forward to moving into college. Instead, we're fighting for our rights out here. Because they're not going to stop at this. Absolutely not. This is the beginning of the end. We're letting straight white men with a silver spoon in their mouth from the moment they were born. We're letting them come out. We're letting them dictate. We're letting them say over everything. It's not right. They don't know us. They don't know what it's like to struggle like we have. We shouldn't give them the power to. It's not right.
Amen. I know that's right.
I also want to say, I bet you there almost every politician, male, white politician, who's probably like on the edge of their deathbed, has paid for at least like 10 abortions in their lives. They pay for them all. They don't want to be responsible for the kids. Yeah. All those little... They don't want to be responsible for it. They're taking away their own little thing. They would... This is common sense.
The wealthy will always have abortions.
The country is ran by hypocrites.
Yeah, before I close out, I know people are lying. I really want this to be posted because I personally invited every local official to this event today. Okay? So I want everybody to look around and see who's here and who is not here. Okay? Remember that. Like I said, just because you're red don't mean you have to always vote red and vice versa. You better take a hard look around and see who showed up. Because I'm telling you, everybody was in the paper, it was on my page, everybody was invited here. And we have an election coming up. Look around. We see Sydney. We see, who was here? Jesse was here. That's about it. If I have my way, Miss Trinette will be, right back there. That's the lady right there. So take a hardcore look around. And if you need, when election time comes up, you remember, go ahead on the Facebook, because these pictures will be up, and you see how many elected officials are standing here. On both sides. Right? Pay attention. And that's my grandbaby in her stomach right there. And like this young lady said, they can't vote. We have to pave the way. Just like back in the
Clan.
Wait. Our
Yes.
pave the way. They just snatched it from right out from under you, all your hard work. We're not going to allow that.
50 years down the drain.
So everybody go on and have a great day. Thank you for showing up and just being in this heat. God bless. God bless. My body!
My choice!
My body!
My choice!
My body!
My choice!
And I urge you, use your phones and at least try to get 5 people, 10 people a week registered and take this message with you.
Even if you gotta help
Because even if they don't agree with this,
Give
there's
your
going to be
info.
something theirs they're going to take. So they better understand this. It's not going to stop here.
Give me your info, I'll do it for you. If you need me to drive you there, I will drive you there. I will help. I will help. I don't even care if your friend is on drugs. They know this is wrong. Everybody has a right to vote. Everybody.
And they take people double check too, because there's a lot of people who register
I will drive
and they're
anybody.
registered under the wrong
Let me
party.
know.
So make us double check their status as well. Because I heard of that as well. And I heard of people going into the high schools and grabbing our 18-year-olds and registering them against their parents' will. Okay? And they're registering, and that's not right. And I know several kids that told me that's what they're doing behind our back. That's what they're doing behind our backs. They're registering our children.
Make sure you guys
So check your children's status. Check yours. Heck, I never put those.
Yep, I had a friend, he's 36 he didn't even know he was a registered voter.
I need a slushie.
He wants to be a Democrat.
I need to pull back.
Come take a picture. There is a slushie.
So to show you gotta be on it.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's Thank you.
Oh, I love that.
Y'all really serve me and the heat for this, because it's worth it.
Thank you. I'm getting in the car ride home.
You get it to me, okay? I'll have it over there.